In this video, I'll share 3 reasons why you may be getting knee pain more often, even if your exercises or activities have remained the same. I find it's helpful to use my colleague's graph to visualize what exactly is happening when you get knee pain. This graph can be found in Dr. Kelsey's books, The Runner's Knee Bible and The 90-Day Knee Arthritis Remedy. The horizontal line on the graph represents duration of an activity or an exercise, so how long the activity or exercise lasts. The vertical line represents the intensity of the activity or exercise, how hard it is to complete. And the dotted line represents the threshold for pain. So any activity or exercise that falls above the dotted line is painful. Any exercise below the dotted line is pain-free. So fitness walking might be over here on the graph. It's of light intensity, but relatively long duration. And jumping several times is a much shorter duration, but a higher intensity. Both jumping several times and fitness walking, the dots on this graph, are below the dotted line, and so they're in the pain-free zone. But let's say you walk farther and you get some knee pain. Or you walk the same amount of time, but on hills. Or let's say you jump rope, so you're jumping for a longer duration. Or you jump the same number of times, same amount of duration, but the intensity is higher because you jump off of a platform or a box. These 4 activities are above the dotted line, and so they have caused knee pain. It's not all that hard to understand why an activity might cause knee pain if it lasts a lot longer or it's a lot more intense. What is harder to understand is when knee pain starts to happen with activities like the fitness walking or jumping several times when previously they were pain-free. So let's talk about activities that were normally pain-free for you. When activities that were normally or previously pain-free for you start to become painful, what's happened is your dotted line has moved. Instead of being here, that dotted line is now down here. And so those activities are now above the dotted line and they're painful. The big question is, why did the dotted line move? There are 3 reasons why the dotted line, the threshold for pain, might have moved. The first reason that knee pain starts to occur more often is because of a decreased fitness level. There may have been a time, a season in your life where you've been less active. You may have heard the phrase, use it or lose it. If you don't use areas of your body as much, the strength decreases. You may have had a period of weeks or months, possibly even years, in which you were busy and unable to be as active. This might have been related to work or career or family commitments. Maybe you had young children or you were taking care of an ill family member. Or possibly it was another health concern of your own. Perhaps you had shoulder surgery and so you couldn't exercise as much. Being less active for a period of time decreases your fitness level. And a decreased fitness level means that your threshold for activity decreases. So the dotted line comes down on the graph. The second reason you may be getting knee pain without changing any of your activities or your exercises is having a previous injury. I've had a number of clients who many years before had a knee injury, maybe even had surgery following their injury, a meniscectomy or an arthroscopic surgery, and they've recovered completely and were feeling fine and not having pain for several years before they started to get knee pain again. In this case, the bank account analogy is helpful. If your knees are painful, it's like having a bank account that's in debt. Too many withdrawals, more withdrawals than deposits, have occurred. An injury or surgery in response to an injury is a pretty big withdrawal and leaves you with a lower balance. then over time you can make smaller withdrawals and they gradually decrease your balance or gradually decrease your capacity for pain-free exercises and activities. Just like when your bank alerts you when your balance falls below zero, your body alerts you in the form of pain or swelling when the capacity of your knees falls below the requirements for your activities and exercises. And the third reason you may be getting knee pain without changing any of your exercise and activities is related to advancing age. Over the years, your body's ability to heal and maintain strength gradually decreases. This isn't particularly fun to think about, which is partly why I mention it third. And yet the decline can be slowed by avoiding injuries and by developing and maintaining strength. But at some point, advancing age may sneak up on you, whether it's at 41, 101, or somewhere in between. Knee pain usually isn't related to age alone. And if advancing age is the major factor for why you're getting knee pain, there are definitely ways to address it. Subscribe to this YouTube channel and to the Kurtz Coaching website to learn about more ways to eliminate knee pain.